Help, you may be saying. Why aren't people getting my emails? This is the day when we're going to get you 6 fixes for better delivery rates to make sure that your emails are getting to the people that you want them to get to. So we're going to start off by looking at the main factor when it comes to email deliverability, and that is your quality score. Every emailer has a rating with their email marketing service, whether that's MailChimp, Constant Contact, whatever service it is that you're using. You are going to have essentially a score that says this is how much people like to get your mail. So if you're finding that you have a low deliverability rate and a lot of people are not getting your emails, this is probably a key factor. So how do we fix it? Well, we look at the reasons. Reason number one is actually missing tech essentials. And one of the main ones that comes to bear is authenticating your domain. This sounds very complicated. Every email service provider will end up, or every email marketing provider will have a system in there that will support that can help you through this. But basically, it's some code that you want to use in your website that says, yep, this is real, this is a legit email address from a legit website, legit company. And once you have that, you'll know that you have it because your email address in the send section, when you do a test email, or rather when you send out your email, you look at the ones that you have sent out look at the ones you've sent to yourself, all tongue-tied, and you'll see that it has your actual email address in it, not some gobbledygook that also includes the information from the company that you're using to send it, like MailChimp or whoever. So once you get that fixed, we got reason number two. It's actually a low open rate. If you find that a lot of people are not opening your email, and we won't get into the question of whether an open rate is a reliable number or not, it is a factor that influences your quality score in some level, then that's something that you really got to fix. So how do we fix it? The first number one key, which a lot of beginners especially make a mistake about, but not always those, is you really want to mail only to people who register. It's a requirement. It's basically a law. A lot of people think that because someone has said, yeah, stay in touch with me, that equals they want to be on your marketing list. And often it doesn't. And so what will happen is they may tell you to your face, sure, I want to get your emails, but in reality, they don't. And if they don't open them, that's going to start to make your score dive. So your marketing list is not the same as your contact or networking list. Don't make that mistake. And another key that you can implement is double opt-in. That means that someone, when they put their name down, will send an email to them that says, yes, that's me and I agree to do it. It will reduce the speed with which you can build your list, but it will keep your list cleaner and stronger. So on to the next one. Reason number three, keeping non-opens. Non-opens in this case means people who are not opening. So if you have people who are not opening your emails, if you know them personally, by all means, if you feel comfortable, you can ask them, are you getting my emails? You make sure that you actually have the right address and there wasn't a typo. So you can update names when possible, but also remove those people who are bouncing. There will be in every email that you send out a report which tells you there are hard bounces or soft bounces. Hard bounces will eventually get removed by the company you're using to send out your emails. But soft bounces won't necessarily. There are a lot of factors that can be at play, but if you find after a time or two that soft bounces are repeating, you want to go ahead and take those people out, and you definitely want to segment separately the people who haven't been opening. It's totally good if you want to send out an email to those people that says, even in the subject line, do you still want to hear from me? Something like that, and in that way, if they do continue to interact, you keep them on the list. Otherwise, take them out because they're not doing you any favors, and you're not doing them any favors either. Don't be the one person who's constantly banging on the door like a stalker. So the next one, reason number four, ho-hum subject lines. This is a killer. It is definitely going to be a factor in whether or not people engage with your email. But just as importantly, if you have that poor open rate, you're also going to have a poor email sender score. So in your subject lines, here are 4 really good ways to help make sure people open your emails and that they're interested. You first think about it like you're leaving a cliffhanger at the end of a chapter. Make people need to know what's next, right? You want to fill in that gap. So hopefully you got that. You want people to need to fill in that missing piece of information. You can also use emojis to make something stand out. It actually does work, even in corporate world. Numbers and dates are also important things. Free will not necessarily get you marked as spam, but you might want to use it a little, a little sporadically. And for sure, convey urgency. The more the urgent the message, the more likely it is that people will think, FOMO, I don't want to miss out, right? So that's what you want to take advantage of. Reason number 5, you are being irrelevant. Don't be irrelevant. Obviously, you want to make sure that your information is very specific to the people that you get. But very few people really go as deeply into segmentation as they could. So the more that you are really speaking directly to the need of that particular niche down, niche down, niche down in your email, the more likely it is that they're going to feel like you're really addressing their needs. So tailor it by segment, be more relevant, really speak to their situation, and be more focused by offering solutions to their problems. Then, oops, sorry, it didn't advance. Number 6, the last and most exciting one, too few emails. I know a lot of people feel like they get a ton of emails already, but you imagine if you're getting information that's of value from someone, you are opening already. So the people who open it are most likely to be interested in having additional information from you. And if you can do that, this does not mean you need to mail them 3 times a day, but you could ratchet up just a little bit over whatever your current pace is, the number of emails you send, continuing to keep it relevant, of course. But those people who are opening are going to continue to open as long as you're not beating them into the ground. So you're going to get a higher open rate, you're going to get more engagement, and that's going to help you get a higher quality score, which will help improve your deliverability. So wrapping things up, here are 6 fixes to improve your email deliverability. 1, correct those missing tech essentials. 2, boost your open rate. 3, remove the folks who are not opening your emails. 4, make subject lines more compelling, more urgent, more interesting. Be more relevant to each subscriber is number 5. And 6, write to your fans more frequently. It's a simple set of steps, but a lot harder to say. And finally, if you want to make the most of your super precious asset, your prospect and client list, just give us a call. We'll help you make the most of it with professional email management. We're Beacon Creative Lab. I'm Wendy Harrington, and we handle email program setup, optimization, and management. You can find us at beaconcreativelab.com. Love to hear your questions. Feel free to drop them in the comments. Take care.